Now this is normally where I record my videos for this channel, and in the background you can see my desk setup. And although it's changed quite a bit recently, I have done a whole video on this desk setup before. If I just turn the camera around and turn it to face the other direction, well, you can see there's another desk setup in this room. And this is more of a gaming setup, with a gaming PC, wired peripherals, decent speakers and decent headphones. The other thing I should probably point out is there's not an Apple product on site. So yeah, this isn't my desk setup. It's actually my partner's setup, and it's fair to say for a gaming setup, she's kept it fairly minimal. So in this video, I'm going to go through a run through the main items used in this setup. And if you have any thoughts on them, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll leave links to all these items in the description. I guess the best place to probably start would be the desk itself. Like my own setup, it's a basic Adasan IKEA desk that comes in at 160cm by 80cm. It's relatively cheap and fairly straightforward to put together. It's not a standing desk, but for a bit more money you can buy the sit-stand version from IKEA. As it's a relatively big desk, it does give you a lot of room and does prevent your desk feeling cluttered when you're either working or gaming. The one main problem I have with it is the desk does scratch really easily. I've scratched my own desk within the first day of actually getting it. Because it's not made from actual wood, it's made from weaved corrugated cardboard with a wood veneer surface. It just makes it really easy to scratch. And if you are planning on using a monitor arm with it, it can actually crush the desk because, like I said, it is cardboard. For the price though, it is a decent desk which comes in a good size and does give you plenty of room. Now the main thing powering this whole setup is the PC. Now this is a gaming PC from Chillblast and it's about 5 years old now. However, when it was first bought at the time, it was a very decent gaming PC. It's a Chillblast Fusion Bandit PC. It's got an AMD Ryzen 7 processor. Given it's 5 years old and it hasn't been updated, it's still actually working relatively well. Now for the monitor. Because it's a gaming PC, it needs a decent monitor that's actually going to be capable of running the graphics from the PC. This monitor is from LG and it's got a ridiculously long name of the LG Class Ultra Gear 27 GL850B Quad HD 27. Basically, it's a 27-inch gaming monitor. And it's basically targeted those with gaming setups. Like the PC, it's getting a bit older now and it was purchased in 2020, making it over 3 years old. It can still be purchased for around £379, although when it was bought originally, it cost $440. In terms of the specs, it's a Quad HD 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution with 165Hz refresh rate, which is useful for the whole gaming aspect of this PC. It uses a HDMI or DisplayPort to connect to the PC itself. Another important factor to mention is the monitor itself can be mounted, and you can see that we've done this here. So for the monitor arm, this is a relatively cheap brand from Amazon. I think it's called Eleved Monitor Wall Mount, and it's a gas spring arm which is capable of holding up to a 13-inch to 32-inch monitors. Now having a wall mount is important because, as I mentioned before, it's not possible to have a desk mount with the IKEA Adasan desk, as it could potentially crush the corrugated cardboard. Therefore, the wall mounted monitor arm gives the monitor some of the flexibility as to where it's going to be positioned on the desk that you would also get with a desk mounted monitor. As I said before, it's relatively cheap at $39.99 and it's still readily available on Amazon. I've had it for over a year now and it works really well and it's fairly straightforward to install. Now for the speakers. The speakers used in the setup are the Edifier S350DB bookshelf speakers with a subwoofer that sits underneath the desk. There are different colour options available, but the ones that we have here are the all black version. For the price of £279.99, they're really good multi-purpose speakers that work well with a gaming PC. You have treble, bass and volume controls at the side of the speakers, but you also have a remote control which can be used to adjust the sound as well. Not that you buy the speakers for the way they look, but their simplistic design does really fit in well with a minimal gaming setup. They're clearly high quality and they sit on these rubber pads on the desk so they don't get knocked over. There's also the option to raise these speakers up to monitor level with speaker stands, and that's something that might be getting purchased in the future. The keyboard used in the setup is the Logitech G910. Originally the setup had a Logitech G915 low profile wireless mechanical keyboard. The problem with this is Jess hates low profile keyboards, so that quickly got returned and swapped for the Logitech G910 Orion Spectrum RGB mechanical keyboard. It comes with Roamer G tactile mechanical switches. It's not customizable, but if you do like RGB lighting, the keyboard offers a great range of options. One issue with this keyboard is it does feel quite plasticky. Although maybe I'm unfairly comparing it this, as most gaming keyboards do feel quite plasticky. It is wired and this helps to make it highly responsive for gaming. This is a relatively cheap gaming mouse and you can get it off Amazon. I think it's called the Voluon PC gaming mouse. It's currently priced at £19.99. It does have 8 programmable buttons, but to be honest, I don't think the programmable buttons have actually been used before. It wouldn't really be my first choice of mouse if I had to pick one, but it does have RGB lighting and you can set it to whatever colour you want. It is wired and it seems like a fairly standard gaming mouse. The desk mat is this Nordic cork leather desk mat. Again, it came from Amazon. It's got a black vegan leather top and a cork underside so it doesn't shift on the desk. It's simple, cheaply priced at £22.97 and does exactly what you want it to do. And by that I mean it sits on your desk and does absolutely nothing, which is exactly what you want. It comes in at 89cm by 43cm, which is a slightly weird size, and I don't know why they didn't just make it the 80cm by 40cm. But anyway, it does what it's supposed to do. Now for the chair. The desk chair is from Secretlab. This is a company which focuses on fairly adjustable gaming chairs. The specific one is called the Secretlab Titan 2020 and it's got a soft weave fabric rather than leather, although you can get it in a leather option. It's apparently a black colour, but I'd definitely argue it's dark grey. The seat itself is adjustable and so are the armrests. It comes with this additional pillow headrest thing as well, which is quite comfy. They are quite pricey, coming in at £429, and it wouldn't be my first choice of desk chair for that price. However, it is aimed at those who want a more gaming setup. The main lighting for the desk comes from the Philips Hue light strip, which is stuck to the back of the monitor. If we could go back again, we'd probably swap the light strip for the Philips Hue light bars, which just stick on either side of the monitor as they attach a lot easier, and the light strip does come off sometimes. It's just easier to set up essentially. However, the light strip does work well and it does produce a good amount of light, and it is adjustable with your phone just from downloading that. The thing I didn't realise as well, if you're planning on having Philips Hue smart lighting in your home, you need to make sure you buy the lighting bridge so that you can actually set it up through the app. This bridge just plugs directly into the router and then it's ready to use. It's really easy to set up. And that's basically it for this arguably fairly minimalist gaming setup. Nothing too complicated, but it works well and doesn't look too bad either. I especially like the floating monitor. If you have liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.